In this video, I'm going to show you how you can retire early with 9 simple steps to financial freedom without robbing a bank, winning the lottery, or just getting lucky. If you want to stop working in 10 years, this is the roadmap. And in this video, we're going to talk about how much money do you actually need to retire. You may be surprised. And what's the fastest way to get there, even on a modest income? And what's the biggest mistake that makes most people end up working 20 more years than they want to? I'm Dr. Brad Klontz, financial psychologist professor and managing principal of Occidental Asset Management. Stick around to step number 9 because it could be the difference between retiring early or never retiring at all. Now let's get into it. Step number 1, define what early retirement means to you. You can't hit a target that you haven't defined. And early retirement is not a one-size-fits-all solution. For some, it's never working again. For others, it's buying back more and more of your time until you're eventually totally retired. For others, it's continuing to work on passion projects, but not being worried about the money. Whatever it is for you, though, you need to get specific because psychology tells us that if you have vague goals, you're going to get lackluster results. Your brain needs clarity to stick to the new habits that you need to employ to reach this goal, and you need to get excited about it. So the clearer the vision, the better. So ask yourself, do you want to quit working altogether? Or is it more that you want to work differently? What would your day look like? Where do you see yourself living? What are you doing each day when you get up? And once you have pictured this ideal lifestyle, then you have to start thinking about how much it's going to cost. So here is your action step. Write an early retirement vision. You could write this out in a journal or even make like a vision board that you put pictures on. Make it vivid, make it emotional, make it something that you're really excited about. Then revisit it often. This will condition your subconscious to help you achieve that goal. Step number 2, calculate your financial independence number. If you don't know your number, you're not chasing a goal, you're just hoping. And this is the rule you need to follow. It's called the 25x rule. Get a clear picture of what your anticipated yearly expenses would be, and then multiply that number by 25. That is going to be your financial independence number. So for example, if you need $40,000 a year, your target would be $1 million. If you need $60,000 a year, your target would be $1.5 million. Or let's say you want an income of $100,000 a year to fund this ideal lifestyle for you. That would mean you're looking for $2.5 million. Psychologically, getting very specific like this is going to build up your motivation. A clear number will also create a sense of urgency. And studies show that if you have a very specific goal, it's going to dramatically increase your motivation. This is a great bonus tip. Use a compound interest calculator. That way you can see how long it would take and you can adjust the numbers. Seeing that reward in real time as you're playing with that calculator is going to create a sense of motivation. It's going to hit that reward center of your brain. And I've got a link to a great compound interest calculator that I've been using for decades in the description below. Step number 3, track your spending and cut unnecessary expenses. You can't save what you don't track. Period. Start by tracking every single dollar you spend each month. You could use an app or you could collect receipts or just use a spreadsheet. This is where the psychology kicks in. Most people suffer from what I call financial amnesia. They have no memory of what they're actually spending. They forget it. And credit cards just make this so much easier where there's a swipe or a tap and you have no idea how much you're actually spending. It is so powerful to take a very clear, conscious, realistic look at where your money is going. I bet if you do that, you are going to automatically start cutting out things that don't matter as much to you. Make it a point this week to explore some of these cutting opportunities. Unused subscriptions. See if you're dining out too much. Maybe you want to batch cook your meals and save some money. And this one can be a little bit tougher, but let's say you're paying too much rent. Can you house hack? Could you look to get a roommate or two to help with rent? And luxury expenses that don't really fit into your long-term goal of financial freedom, get rid of them, cut them, yuck. Remember, every dollar you don't spend today that you put aside for your future is $10, $20, $30 toward your financial freedom. Step number 4, save aggressively. How bad do you want it? If you want to retire in 10 years, you can't save like somebody who's going to retire in 40 years or never. This is where most people fail. Traditional financial advice would tell you to save or invest 10 or 15% of your income. I always shot for 30% of my income, but if you want to retire even earlier, you might need to look at 50 to 60% of your income. And it's okay. There are many, many people doing this right now, but this does take delayed gratification. Now, the good thing with that though, It's the strongest predictor of success, not just financially, but in just about every area of your life. Do you remember that marshmallow test that psychologists did decades ago, where they would put a marshmallow in front of a kid and they would say, hold off on eating this and I'll give you two when I get back. And they would time the kids and how soon they ate the marshmallow. That delayed gratification for those kids when they became adults was a huge predictor in success in their life in every area. And it applies to us as adults too. And here are some tips to help you boost your savings. Maybe you need to negotiate a raise, or if you're self-employed, raise your fees. And also definitely keep lifestyle inflation in check. And most importantly, automate transfers from your checking account to your financial freedom fund and other savings accounts for your goals. Step number 5, max out tax advantaged accounts. Tax avoidance, the legal kind, is one of the fastest ways to grow wealth. Every dollar you shelter from taxes accelerates your journey to financial independence. And here are some accounts for you to research and focus on. Now, there are many others, but definitely you need to understand these. Make sure you understand 401ks and see if your company has a match. Definitely look into IRAs and Roth IRAs. And for these, you're going to choose on when you want that tax advantage benefit, whether you want it now by reducing your taxable income, or if you want to pay that tax on that money right now and ride it out so that you get tax-free income on the other side. You should also look into health savings accounts and 529 plans if you're thinking about college. Here is the biggest psychological hack though. Automate your money movement into those accounts, ideally before it even hits your checking account. Then you won't even know you had it and you won't even know you miss it. That's the out of sight, out of mind factor working in your favor. Step number 6, you need to invest for growth. Saving money in a savings account, that's not going to make you rich, but investing will. The fact is, if you're not investing, you are falling behind. Inflation alone is going to eat away at the value of your money if you just are saving it. The real key to early retirement and sustaining your lifestyle for decades in retirement is compound growth. Your brain is wired for survival, and it gets really attracted to the idea of making a lot of money fast. You need to protect yourself from this impulse. When it comes to investing, most people underperform the market because of these emotional landmines. 3 common ones to look out for. Number 1, loss aversion. It turns out that losing feels twice as bad as winning feels good. Some of the studies that I've done have found that ultra wealthy people have less loss aversion than middle class people. And how does this play out when it comes to investing? Well, one of the things that loss aversion might make you do is sell when the market starts to dip. And this is one of the classic blunders. You should make sure that you're invested in a way that meets your goals along with your financial independence timeline, and then stick to it. Because when the market starts to crash, your emotions are going to get flooded and you're going to want to sell. It's the classic mistake. People selling when the market's low and then getting all excited when it's high and buying. Don't fall into that trap. Number 2, recency bias. People think that what has happened recently is the thing that's most likely to happen again. This is where people who have experienced a market going down may panic and think that the market's always going to be going down. Or since the market's been going up for the last year, 3, 5, 10 years, you think it's going to keep going up. Again, don't fall prey to this. You want to have a strategy and you want to stick to it. And the third one to watch out for is overconfidence. This is where you think you can beat the market. Don't make that mistake. Here are some ideas for you to avoid this and start learning how to invest the right way. Definitely automate your investing. Research index funds and target date funds if you're a do-it-yourself investor. And if you're really serious, consider working with a financial advisor like most wealthy people do. Step number 7, build passive income streams. You may not need to save $3 million. You may just need $3,000 a month in passive income to retire. The more income you have coming in without working for it, the lower your financial independence number has to be. There are many examples of passive income, real estate, dividend stocks, digital products, or even becoming a social media influencer. I talk a lot about passive income opportunities in my best-selling book, Start Thinking Rich. So definitely check that out, and I'll put a link to the book in the description. But I gotta tell you, psychologically, nothing is more satisfying than seeing money come in to your bank account while you're asleep. Step number 8, protect your wealth with insurance and emergency funds. One ER visit or fender bender could destroy your financial independence. You're not invincible, and if you retire early, you're not going to have your employer safety net. You need to protect yourself, and here are 5 essentials. First, you have to have an emergency fund, anywhere from 3 to 12 months of your expenses saved up in case you lose your job. Number 2, health insurance, an absolute must. Number 3, disability insurance. This is often overlooked, but it's critical. Number 4, life insurance, especially if you have dependents. And this last one is often overlooked by ultra wealthy individuals, umbrella insurance. If you're a homeowner and you have auto insurance, This will take your liability limits much higher than the relatively lower ones you have with those other two types of insurance. The great thing about this is protecting yourself creates a stress buffer. It'll help you sleep better at night, and it'll definitely protect you on your route to financial independence. Step number 9, stay flexible and adjust as needed. The only guarantee in life is change, and your plan better account for it. Even the best plans need course corrections. There's market crashes, there's life changes, or you evolve, your goals change. So do this every single quarter. Recalculate your financial independence number. Review your investments and your expenses and your income, and update your goals as necessary. Track your progress. Celebrate milestones. This will make you feel good and help keep you on track. Early retirement doesn't have to be a fantasy, it's a formula. And the formula works when your mindset matches your math. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. And one day, not too far off, hopefully, you'll finally realize you're free. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. I'm Dr. Brad Klontz, and I'll see you next time.